must rip. Let me try it again. I am just learning this song. We must talk in every telephone, get eaten off the web. We must rip out all the epilogues from the books that we have read. And in the face of every criminal strapped firmly to the chair, we must stare, we must stare, we must stare. That's actually pretty good. But anyways, I decided that I was going to take a break from, before I leave and go up to the stupa and do some throat singing, check out all of these labels and all of these salves. This stuff is awesome. It smells amazing. I actually just went and harvested the sap today and made it. So you can kind of see it all over my face. Oh, man, I am going through a shift and I was going to give up on learning that song, and I spent maybe 10 minutes learning the song, and I've already kind of got the first part down, which is pretty much the whole song. I just need to kind of practice it more. And it's like I get frustrated with I don't know, is that an analytical thing? Like with learning. And I think that might be related to my childhood. It's like math. I got so frustrated with math. And it might be what I was conditioned to believe about myself, actually. I might have been conditioned to believe that I can't do things. You know? But maybe I'm just as capable as everyone else. You know? Like, I just put a little bit of time into that song, and I progressed tremendously in like 5 or 10 minutes. I was like getting frustrated. I'm like, I can't figure out the strumming pattern. I think I got it down as good as it needs to be right now. But anyways, thinking like, why are things so hard? Why do I not want to do anything? And it's because of this transformation. As I'm sitting there, like learning this song, at the same time I'm feeling this energy move through me. I'm like worried about feeling fat, like, oh, am I gaining weight? Like, is this really me? Where's this coming from? You know, my roommate made some amazing rice pudding, and I had 2 cups of it with a little bit of bread. And I'm like, I am off my diet. Like, is this why I feel like this? And so there's that distraction. And like, I'm sitting there, and there's just this bright light just erupting from within me, but I can see it as if I'm standing in front of myself. And it's my soul, or something to do with my energy. Sometimes I'll see that where it's like I'm sitting in front of myself and seeing my light body as a diagnostic system in my chakras and my energy, and seeing a lot of times there's this blue energy around me, and it's a being, and it feels really loving, and I love it whenever that energy seems to be really close to me. I think that might be my twin flame, maybe. But anyways, it's like when there's all this stuff, energy shifting, it's just like, man, it's so hard to like do anything. There's feeling all this confusion, this anger, this frustration, sadness, depression. And then some days coming out of it and jumping into the joy and getting a download or feeling peace. Like this morning, I woke up feeling like I woke up at like 4:30 or 5, and I'm like, shit, is this my twin flame's energy or something? And I just felt irritated and drained. And both of my roommates were like, oh God, could you sleep last night? Like, apparently that's how the energy was. And we are in Sedona. Look at that mountain. There's a chemtrail coming out of his third eye. Or it could just be a contrail. You know, the atmosphere is super ionized. But anyways, wow, like 6 minutes in, I want to go back and learn that song. It's just like, you know, I feel like the energy with this shift is like not about learning, at least for me. It's about kind of making it through this shift. And then once you're done with this recalibration and move through the fourth dimension and enter the fifth, then that's when you can really start stepping into your life purpose, because you're in alignment with it. You can start learning the things you need to learn. It's not like I'm not like learning lessons, you know. A lot of it's kind of like I'm learning lessons of boundaries, and now it's like I don't know what I'm learning. I don't know. The pain seems to be mostly gone. Whoa. God, that made me jump. Jeez. The pain seems to be pretty much gone. And it was always like I was just being slammed on the ground and breaking my right leg. And then like my arms would hurt and get really tender and sensitive, like it was nerve pain or something. This is not like the confusion that's totally coming from my twin flame, right? And I'm feeling confused with a lot of things too, because she's kind of creating that from the lack of communication, and it's frustrating. I think it comes down to divine timing for me. But what do I do in between? Because I feel somewhat lazy. Like, how productive was I today? I actually went for a big hike. I was like, you have a cool job when you're climbing a tree on the side of a friggin' mountain collecting pine sap. Oh, and I was walking. I'd never been on this trail before, and I was thinking like, there's only one Sedona on planet Earth. I don't want to discover all these trails before I come together with my twin flame. You know, I need to save some to discover with her. I'm saving Secret Mountain for that. Oh, that's an out there area. Alien activity, maybe even government activity. But anyways, I was walking on this new trail, and I just felt all this good energy in my heart, but I still was feeling like kind of yucky and some emotions coming up. A mixture of probably mine, my twin flame, and then I saw this desert ephedra plant, and there was the little cones on it, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna eat one of these little cones. And I didn't think it would have enough ephedrine in it, but man, I ate that little cone, and it was instantly like, I felt it in my heart chakra, in my throat, like, and then my heart started pounding, and then I started getting lightheaded, and I'm like, oh shit, I hope I didn't eat too much, because like one of those plants that and I wasn't like trying to get high off of it or anything. I was like eating sap and like stuff off pine trees. I mean, I'm a muncher when I'm going through the forest. You know, I'm eating flowers and everything, berries, you name it. Like, so I figured like, oh, I'll eat this desert ephedra. It's not gonna be enough to affect me, maybe a little bit, but and I ate it and it was like, whoa, I kind of got scared. And it's like adrenaline, and I'm like, oh, and I felt like I needed to run all of a sudden and just burn it off. I'm like, holy shit. But then it wore off really fast, and I'm like, oh, thank God. You know, that's one of the things, substance kind of scares me because it's so powerful. And I like being sober, but here's the thing, like the spiritual energies, you can get higher than ever off of the spiritual energies. But it's about being balanced, right? But it's also about stirring it up. So like I'm rebirthing myself. I'm practicing tantra and essentially doing a rebirthing program for myself, which I'm taking in doing a lot of pranayama and just circulating a lot of prana, life force through my body. Then I'll throat sing on top of that, and I'll do lotus and a few mudras and some yoga stretches, and then I'll do 3 different types of meditation, pinpointing a focus, and then pinpointing a focus on an object, and then merging with that object. And those are the 8 limbs of Tantra. And well, actually, that's not all the 8 limbs. The other is like discipline, eating healthy, and you know, that was originally what I started with. Actually, 4 years ago when I started this journey, I started with discipline and eating healthy, and then I started meditating and stretching and doing yoga. But that's the underlying thing. Are you getting exercise, and are you eating well? You know, and going through this process lately, I feel like I've gotten off track. It's like, do I really have excuses? Kind of. I went to the food pantry because I don't have any money for food, and they had some organic bread, and I'm like, oh, well, I'll get the bread, avocado sandwiches, and then my roommate made some food, and it's like, free food, yay. I like not having much money for food. Maybe I'll lose some weight now. Like, I just am like kind of in a rut. I feel like just going through this spiritual initiation and transformation, and I feel like I'm about to come into completion. You know, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. God, it's like someone's dangling a carrot in front of my face. And that's what it's like when I close my eyes. I see all these images, and it's like they're intangible, but they're not in front of you. They're all around you. You know, you see geometric patterns. Those are your emotions. So, anyways, can't think of what else to say. Man, I should show a more beautiful backdrop. Thunder Mountain's awesome. I love Thunder Mountain. Man, I just feel all over the place. I feel my twin flame pulling at me. I can feel. See, that makes it hard to like figure out what you want to do. Because it's like I follow things intuitively right now, and I keep getting these like energetic, I don't know how to explain it. Man, this stoop is a little farther than I thought. We're like 15 minutes in. I guess I'll end this video, and I'll do another video at the stupa doing some throat singing. Cal forever here. Peace.